Well, hello everybody. I've got Mrs. Karen Lee with me, and at one time I think Miss Allen, if memory serves. And thank you so much for coming today.
You're welcome. It's been such a blast getting to see everybody, but the awesome memories, they haven't left. And man, what how rich we are in what we have and the connections that we have with everybody. And it's never died out. It's continued going. I'm going to get emotional here.
It happens.
So, anyway, it's like, everything still has stayed forever, forever. And the memories that we've triggered, and seeing each other. But honestly, watching people visit today, you can see the genuine hearts and how much everybody truly has meant to each other, not just back then, but it's been forever. It's been good.
Now, what year did you come to teach in Dover, and who were some of your colleagues at the time?
I came in 1982. Linda Heniake had been language arts at that time, and Pam Leptic was one, Alan Zordel was one, Ted Lawson. Those were in the junior high. I had taught 6th, 7th, and 8th grade math at that time, so I was primarily in that building. I started out being at Dover just half a day, because I was at Eskridge in the morning. In the elementaries, it was Miss Cox, Mrs. Fredrickson, Mrs. Hess, Mrs. Willard. It had been Mrs. Keith also before that, Mrs. Wenlin, and Mr. Ediger, and then Mr. Lang and Mrs. Scott in the office.
I didn't see her today. I wonder if she didn't make it after all. I thought Sharon was going to come, but
something may have happened.
That could be. Well, let me see here. So you taught PE as well.
Yes.
And did you coach anything at any point? Or?
I did not coach. I did at the high school for a few years. I coached high school girls volleyball at the beginning, and traveling between two schools and coaching at the third. That was quite a bit, and I ended up resigning the coaching.
Okay. And so what was your favorite thing to teach? You were primarily math, right? Was there any concept or anything that you enjoyed, or anything different that you did?
I think after we moved at the beginning of the year, my first year, beginning of my teaching, it was ridiculous on what the concepts were. 8th grade, we're doing single digit addition, single digit multiplication, subtraction, division. But when we moved out of those into the fractions, I think the fractions was one of my favorites, because the students didn't think, no, I can't do fractions. But when the light would start going on, and it was like, okay, that and geometry I liked.
Yeah, we always did. Oh, thank you, sir. That's arm's getting tired there a little bit, but it blows my mind when people like, a quarter pounder, and then I guess they tried to do a third pounder, and it didn't work because people thought a third pounder was less than a quarter pounder. Maybe that's something that Dover did really well, because I remember fractions with Mrs. Fredrickson in 2nd grade, and so I think you weren't at the junior high by the time I got up there. It was Mrs. Whistler. But we were on a pretty good footing already by the time we got up there.
I think and that's what I think the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade came in with a great foundation with the, understanding the pieces of the fractions. So when we put them into order or into the operations, then it was like not as fierce of a subject.
Now, I recall there was a math day or something. Did you help organize that? I think it was on the playground, and we had different things to measure and different things like that.
I was not. That would have been after my time. Okay. So I helped. I know we had math club for a while, and I had we had math contests that we went to Topeka for, on the math contests that I helped with, but not the math.
Yeah. Okay.
Not the math day.
Very good. Well, any last thoughts that you have, or memories that you'd like to share with those that maybe didn't make it today? Or
I'd just say that, if you weren't able to be here, just the realness of the people that's continued. And I know I've said, the real hearts and everything that, we were wowed when we were all present and when we were here teaching. The connections, though, that still have remained, together. It's like we have never separated out. It's just a genuine group. And this guy right here, just a proof right here, taking all the time to put this together. And thanks to you, Caleb, you gave a lot of smiles today.
Well, you have such a heart and a passion for kids and paying it forward and pouring into us. And it has been the least that I could do to show even the least amount of gratitude and appreciation to what all you guys did, because I know that sometimes there are moments where you're like, am I getting through? Is this working? Is it making an impression? But you all have left such an indelible mark on my life in a positive way. And there are echoes of that, I'm sure, that we picked up as youngsters that are coming back now that as we are contributing to society. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah.
So.